You are listening to Christian Audio's production of Secrets of a Charmed Life by Susan Meissner. This book is read by Alana Kerr. This audio recording was produced in 2015 by Christian Audio, which owns the copyright. No portion of this recording may be reproduced for any reason without prior written consent from Christian Audio. This edition recorded by arrangement with Nal Signet, an imprint of Penguin Publishing Group, a division of Penguin Random House, LLC, originally published in English as Secrets of a Charmed Life, copyright 2015 by Susan Meissner, all rights reserved. Please visit christianaudio.com, facebook.com/christianaudio, or twitter.com/christianaudio to offer your impressions of this work and to explore additional titles. Part 1. Chapter 1. Kendra. The Cotswolds, England. The English cottage, bramble-hedged and golden-stoned, looks as timeless as a fairy tale, except for the bobbing mylar balloons tied to the front gate. Ivy scampers childlike across the house's walls, all the way to the gabled windows on the second story, and then is tamed to civil edges around the paned windows. Easter-hued hollyhocks stand in stately rows beneath the sills. As I pull up onto the driveway, the crunching of tires on gravel sounds like applause, which is fitting, since the woman I am to interview is celebrating her 93rd birthday. I set the brake on the borrowed car and reach for my messenger bag on the seat next to me. I step out of the vehicle and into the postcard charm of April in the Cotswolds. I'm not expecting to be invited to stay for the day's festivities, but I hope I will be just the same. I've come to adore the way the British celebrate a happy occasion in the afternoon. Isabel McFarland is a stranger to me, though I've been told that I've surely walked past her watercolours for sale in Oxford gift shops. I've yet to even hear her voice. She agreed by way of one of my professors to let me interview her about her experience as a survivor of the London Blitz, and only because the first person I had arranged to speak with had died in her sleep at an assisted living facility in Banbury. Today happened to be the time that worked best for both of us, while still allowing me to meet my deadline, take my finals, grudgingly say goodbye to Oxford and my studies abroad, and return to California. I get out of the car and silently congratulate myself for arriving safely in the village of Stow-on-the-Wold, and without having ruined anyone else's day in the process. In the 4 months I've been a visiting student at Oxford's Keble College, I've borrowed this car 3 times before today, once to see whether I should dare try it a second time, then again to prepare myself for the 3rd time, and the most recent, to drive my parents and sister out to Warwick Castle and Stratford-upon-Avon when they came to visit me at midterm. Statistically, I'm not owed any kudos for having gotten here in one piece. Apparently, a Yank's first few experiences driving on the wrong side of the road are actually her safest. It's after a dozen trips behind the wheel that she becomes dangerous, lets down her guard, forgets where she is. That's when she'll make a fatal turn into oncoming traffic, when her senses have been dulled by familiarity. Today's outing, the 4th time I've driven a car in England, is well below the multiple experience mark, and I will likely not drive again before the term ends. I wouldn't necessarily have needed to drive today, as there's a train station in nearby Moreton-in-Marsh, but there's also a 5-mile walk on narrow country roads between the 2 villages, with an occasional bus making the rounds. Penelope, my dorm mate and a British national from Manchester, who has had the guts to repeatedly loan me her car, insisted I take it. I stop for a moment outside the car and breathe a sense of grass and sky and dew, refreshing after weeks of city exhaust. All around me are velvety fields quilted by clumps of trees and scattered dwellings oozing storybook quaintness. Some of the nearby roofs are thatched, some not, but all bear exterior walls of golden-hued stone that look as though they would taste like butterscotch if you licked them. A figure appears at an arched front door that is festooned with climbing roses. The woman is wiping her hands on a towel and smiling at me. Her graying hair is stylishly cut, with one side longer than the other. I am guessing she is Isabel McFarland's live-in caretaker.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?